Welcome! This is the fourth course about Johann Sebastian Bach music, where I specifically studied the first prelude of Well-Tempered Keyboard. If you still didn't, I would really recommend to watch the previous videos about my other 3 Bach courses, Anna Magdalena Bach Notebook, Little Preludes and Inventions. In those videos I explained in many details how my method Think in Music works. These first 3 courses represent, let me say, a prelude to this fourth one. In this course I will literally show you how it is possible to compose this prelude, following Bach guidelines. Basically, music score is not the starting point, on the contrary, is the arrival point, it's just our final destination. Like my teacher Christa Bitzberger used to say, this prelude is a very treatise of harmony. To be able to understand this prelude means to be able to understand harmony and its rules, how to solve properly a 7th chord, how to modulate, but always in a practical way, never only theoretical. In short, how it works. Like in the Little Preludes course, we start from a main cadence. In this case, and actually in many other cases, from tonic to dominant, and then from dominant to tonic back again. So from C major to G major, and then from G major to C major. Then the first tonic is enriched with some other chords in order to confirm itself as a tonic center. After that, a modulation is created in order to reach the dominant key, the G major. Through the modulation we said, dominant key becomes the new tonic center. So the G major that was the dominant is now the tonic. With the same process, we will go back to the main tonic, C major. So G major becomes again dominant. And then at the end, a dominant pedal and a shorter tonic pedal are used to confirm the tonic key again. Why I'm talking use terminology that seems to belong only to composers and not to performers? Because the real understanding of music must include these simple notions of harmonic functions like tonic and dominant. And for those who say that this knowledge is only for composers, not for performers, I reply, this position is just based on ignorance. It would be like an actor that memorized mechanically sentences without understanding who is the subject, where is the verb, and so on and so forth. Why it's so important to get the point? Often today we have the completely wrong idea that in order to be a good performer, we need 1. To practice technique in a very mechanical way, and we need 2. To be original. Because in music we basically can do whatever we want. In many socials I often read sentences like, "You are a good musician if people like your way to play." That's absolutely misleading. You are a good musician if you understand what's supposed to be done and if you do it in the proper way, which does not mean to play without your sensitivity and uniqueness. Of course you do. But play with your sensitivity and uniqueness does not mean to be free to play in the way you want without any understanding, or even worse, considering music knowledge, which means knowledge of these structures and functions, like something necessary only for composers and not for performers. That's an enormous mistake. Music has a specific meaning, and we can understand this meaning if we understand rules, structures and harmonic functions. We have just to understand, as actually like in a language. Only in this way, not only we could perform music with awareness, but also our sensitivity and uniqueness will remain untouched. Like in a language, we are free to convey our thought, but if we want to be understood, we have to use grammar properly. That's why understanding is so important. And that's why I create this approach called Think in Music method. Through this method, you will be able to really understand music and get into it. Thanks for watching.